Are you in the position where you can't get more viewers without better ranking, and you can't get better ranking without more viewers? I spoke to YouTube veteran and longtime developer Cyril Jeet about his latest product. That's right, he's been at it again, and this time he's created a way for you to increase your subscribers on Autopilot in any niche. You've got to see this one.
Hi, Kimberly. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be talking to you because we've talked online, we've chatted for months now, and this is the first opportunity that we have for an interview. So I'm really, really glad that we were able to line it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on this show.
Oh, you're so welcome. So I'm actually really excited about TubeTraffic. You know, Todd told me about it, and then, you know, I was busy doing all these things, and then today I woke up and was like, I've got to get a hold of Cyril because we've got to talk about TubeTraffic. And you know, I've looked at your previewed sales page. Absolutely phenomenal. Of course, we don't expect anything less from you, right?
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So the one thing I wanted to ask you just right off the bat was a little bit of background about the story with your mother, Nisha, because I found that so fascinating that here you were her technical director. Tell us just a little bit about that.
You know, she started with a blog for recipes in the beginning. You know, that was back in 2009, and that was the time when my mom had retired. She was working in my dad's company, and she just felt that she didn't want to travel so much to the office and back, because in India, if you know, the traffic is really bad. It takes about an hour commuting wherever you want to go. So she was just tired of commuting. She didn't want to commute any longer. So she stayed at home, but she wanted to do something productive, you know, because she's one of those people who just can't sit without any productive work. So she was looking for new ideas, and cooking is something that she does really well. She is an amazing chef, and she makes amazing food. So she started a recipe blog, which gained some traction, because of course, you know, all of us guys, we are technical people, we are internet marketers. My dad is also an internet marketer. In fact, he's got some websites for India. So we tried to optimize the things best for her and get things you know, started for her as best as we could. And she gained a lot of traction in the blog in the beginning, and she used it to launch a YouTube channel. And all the people were actually asking her to produce recipe videos so that they could understand it better. So when she started her channel, at that time there was hardly anyone in this niche producing recipes in Hindi. She produces recipe in Hindi, which is an Indian language, our national language, in fact. So she's doing very well now. It's been 5 years. She's done about 1,200 videos online on YouTube, and she's now India's top YouTube chef, which is pretty amazing. She gets about 100,000 unique views every day. She's got about 700,000 subscribers, a total number of, I think, 250 million views actually.
Wow.
So that's pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
she's done very amazing on
That's
YouTube.
so awesome.
And of course,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so you know, I used all of the learning that I did on her channel to start a bunch of channels of my own. So I have some pretty good channels too. My brother is on YouTube. He's one of the top producers of kids content on YouTube in India, and I'm also doing a lot of content in different niches. So all of us are very involved in YouTube in different ways. We all have a different kind of presence. Each one of us has a different kind of a presence, different niche that we are targeting, and it's doing pretty well for all of us. Not just my mom, but for me also, and my brother also. We're doing pretty well on YouTube.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, because that leads me right into the next thing that I wanted to ask you, and that is about how you came up with the idea for TubeTraffic, because this is all about getting more traffic, getting more subscribers, you know, and doing it on autopilot. So does that background what led you into TubeTraffic, or how did you come up with this idea?
Absolutely. Now, Kimberly, if you've been looking at the softwares that I do, I've done a lot of software on YouTube marketing, because that's one thing I deal with daily. Apart from, of course, the SEO thing, I deal with YouTube marketing every day, and I have to immerse myself in it. I have to learn what's going on. I have to watch the trends. So there's this thing about YouTube marketing. When you are a new producer, when you are a new YouTuber, it's very hard for you to get organic traffic. You cannot get ranked. It's very hard to get rankings there, and it's very hard to drive that initial, you know, few thousand views that will help you get ranked, that will help you get some subscribers on board. Because without all of that, you're not going to get any views from YouTube search. gonna get any views from YouTube sidebar, and you're not gonna be a part of YouTube organic sources of traffic. So what you need to do is find a way to build that initial traffic source. And one of the most common and most popular ways, actually, this is not something that I've invented, this is something that everybody does. So one of the most popular ways is to leave comments on related YouTube channels. So what you do is you find out what are the successful YouTube channels in your niche, then you go and comment on their most successful videos, and you get traffic by people who discover your channel through the comments. They come to your channel, if they like what you're doing, they subscribe to you, and you get a viewership. You build the first few thousand viewers that you need. So basically what we've been doing, all of us, we've been doing that manually. So far, if I wanted to do that, I would go that. Exactly, it's crazy. So I would need to, I have a team. So my team would need to invest at least 4 to 5 hours every day just leaving comments on other people's channels, and that's crazy because you don't want to invest that much time if you have other stuff to do. If you're producing full time, you're trying to make videos, you're trying to do a lot of stuff, so all that new extra time is gonna cost you. So what I did was, when YouTube opened their comments API, YouTube has an API, and we are supposed to use it to create software, only the API. So YouTube had the comments API closed, and they just opened it about 6-7 months ago. So when they opened it, I thought, all right, this is an opportunity to automate something that we've been doing manually all this while. So why not grab this opportunity and create a software that uses the comments API to automate a big chunk of the manual process that we do. So that's how the idea appeared, because YouTube created this opportunity to automate something that we've been doing manually all this while. And that's how I created the software which actually automates the comment strategy and lets you create backlinks and comments on other people's channels and videos without having to work all the day.
I can see how powerful this is, and for myself as well. This is something that, I've seen the struggle of building that YouTube channel, and the struggle of, the time commitment to get subscribers, and how do you get views without subscribers, and how do you get subscribers without views? And that's what I kind of call the startup cycle, that's just kind of this never-ending circle. And I can see
exactly
you've really created something that, can be beneficial for any niche, for anyone that's doing any type of video using YouTube in any market. And now I can see, hearing from you now, how it is you came about that. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. A couple of questions that some of our viewers might have is, there may be people who have their own business that they have clients that they want to use this for. So can they use this front-end product for other clients, or how does that work?
Okay, the front-end product is supposed to be used only for your own channels. You can use it for multiple channels too, but they should all be your own. And if you want to service clients, if you want to help clients, then we got a pro version, which is an upsell on this. And you get the pro version, you will get the developer's agent license actually. And with that license, you can recruit clients and you can service the clients.
Okay, so if they're interested in helping their clients, they number one, they buy the first version that they see, the personal version, yeah, and then after that they will be offered the opportunity. So guys, if that's what you're into, make sure you check out that upsell, and grab it.
Absolutely.
Great. A couple of other things, that people might want to know is, there have been products similar to this come out for different platforms, like Facebook and things like that. And I've actually used them myself as well. And a couple of questions, that I have that I know other people probably have as well that we want to answer is, how do you avoid any type of spammy feeling comments that might look spammy, or I hate saying that word, but anytime something's automated, we want to make sure it's automated in a level that will still run well. So have you
Absolutely.
seen that as a challenge? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, we actually have a system in the software which allows you to specify gaps. So we don't want people shooting themselves in the foot with this software, and because I've been creating software since a long time, so I have to take care, because I understand the automation, how it can work and what kind of challenge it can post to somebody who doesn't understand it so well, and they might end up shooting themselves in the foot by leaving too many comments. So what we do is we've got a what I call a human pattern system. So you can specify what is the minimum gap that you want to have between two comments, and you can specify what's the maximum gap, and this software will randomly choose something between, and every subsequent comment will have a nice gap between it, right? So it's not going to post all these comments in a single bunch. It will be posting them in gaps, very randomized gaps, not any faster than what YouTube expects you to do, because YouTube TOS doesn't prevent you from using automation software. They just want to make sure that you don't post too many comments. So they specify that it should not be any faster than a human being. So we respect that, and we have that in the software.
Beautiful.
Apart from that, we also got some extra stuff. If you buy the pro version, you can actually use comment spinning. So you can have spin text inside the comment, and every comment can be a pretty unique comment to begin with. Apart from that, we've got a round robin system inbuilt, so you can feed it a bunch of comments. Let's say you can feed it an initial setup of 20 comments, 30 comments, whatever number you want, and this software will automatically make sure that every comment that it puts in is not repeated is repeated as few times as possible. So it tries to maintain the uniqueness as much as possible inside, but of course you have to use it correctly, and if you use it correctly, it will get you only the benefits.
Very, very great to know. I've had people post comments on my own, and I'm like, oh, come on, I've seen the same comment, over and over, and you can kind of tell. But I like the extra features you have built in there, and precautions to make sure that this works to the benefit of all those who will be using it. That's beautiful, beautiful, Cyril. Well, that answers a lot of what I was wondering. I think the main point that I want to make here is how important we know interaction works. We know it works. But the problem that you're solving with this is the time commitment that interaction takes. And I just think it's beautiful. Looking forward to, to seeing how this does. I anticipate it'll do very well. Your products always do. And it's just been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Kimberly.
You're so welcome. It looks like the gates are opening at 11 a.m. Am I right when I say 11 a.m. Eastern?
That's correct.
Yeah. And there are two, I just want to stress that there are, two different options on the front end. There's the one that allows the users one account and 50 comments per day in one niche, right? And then the other one is unlimited for 27 unlimited YouTube account, unlimited comments, and unlimited niches. So really
exactly. So that's got no limits. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay, perfect. Hey, is there anything else that you want to add that we haven't talked about?
I think you covered all the basics, right? And I just want to say, guys, this is one strategy that you want to be doing on your YouTube channel when you start out, and it doesn't take a software to do this. So if you want, you can do this manually. And I'm going to say this: what people, if somebody is on the edge, somebody wants to understand how this strategy can work, what they can do is they can invest a day in putting out all these comments manually. Maybe just try putting about 30-40 comments on different YouTube channels and see what kind of extra traffic it gets you. And then you will know exactly how much valuable automation can be, because you can get all of that coming to you through automation, on Autopilot. And just try that, and I think it will give you a good incentive to invest in this software and automate that for yourself.
That's a great idea, because they see for themselves what the results are just from interaction, and now let's automate it and make it even more easy, right?
Absolutely.
Cyril, I'm wishing you the best. It's just been fantastic to have you, and I'll be seeing you again soon. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Kimberly. Looking forward to it.
You bet.
Thank you.
Cyril.
Thank you
Have
for
a good
having me
day,
here.
and best wishes on that.
Now, if you know Cyril, you know he has a solid track record. So you can keep using your time to grow your YouTube channel one by one, or let TubeTraffic do the growing for you. Use the link on this page to grab it today, along with over 20 bonus products.